What it do, YouTube? You are tuning back in with your girl Chrissy Ray. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's free. I'm fun. I'm gonna give you a lot of cool information. I'm gonna let you in on my life as a mom and everything. So just go ahead and subscribe. Today I'm really excited because I have a new experience that I'm about to share with you guys, especially for you mamas and papas out there. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, then you may not know that I have partnered with a company called MY WOOSAH. They are a company that provides several services, including at-home caregiving services, home management services, and child ride services. These are all to help you parents out so you can not only get some things done, but you can have some me time, some personal time, some much needed self-love and self-care time for you. How the process has begun was I spoke with someone at MY WOOSAH, very friendly. They basically ask you questions to figure out what your needs are, what your child's needs are as far as scheduling goes, their routine, how often you'll need them, how many hours you'll need, things like that. Once they have all that information, they pick up to 3 candidates whom you meet with. You get to feel out their vibes, see if you like them. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really good at reading people. I trust MY WOOSAH because they have really taken the time to make sure that my needs are met and that my needs for my car are met. So with the first consultation I had was a couple weeks ago. We met with one caregiver. Unfortunately, I didn't think she was a good fit. She was very nice, very sweet. She definitely had a great background in childcare, but she just wasn't a fit for my family. There was no problems, there was no frustrations or anything. They said, we'll handpick a couple other candidates for you to interview. Basically today, I'm going to be telling you guys about what questions you need to ask when you go in that interview room. Because to be honest with you, I really wasn't sure what to ask during my first consultation. Let's go ahead and jump into question number 1. Obviously, it's experience. You want to know if the caregiver has had experience in daycare setting or in a home care setting, and which they prefer and which one do they have more experience with. You're going to want to ask what primary age group have they worked with and cared for. Is it children between the ages of elementary school, or is it toddlers, or is it 6-week-old babies? So you kind of want to see where their experience lies as far as age groups, because children in different age groups obviously have different needs and they're at completely different stages of life. Fortunately for you, all MY WOOSAH candidates must be CPR certified and have a degree or some type of formal education or training in early childhood development. So that was a plus for me. Question number 2, you want to ask the caregiver what type of activities they will be doing with your child. Will they be taking your child outside? Do they have some educational curriculums that they could share with your child? Obviously, relative to their age group, what will they be doing with your child? Because a lot of these babysitters out here will just turn some cartoons on, order some pizza, and just have them sitting. And I don't know about y'all, but like, I want my child to have an enriched experience at some point in the day. I don't want it to just be TV. He doesn't even watch that much TV now. So that's very important to me. And also, when you're asking these questions, you have to think about what you want, obviously. But these are standard questions that you ask with your answer in your mind, the answer that you want to hear. Question number 3, are they willing to do chores? Now, I personally don't need someone to do my dishes or laundry or anything. Not that I wouldn't love that, but it's not necessary because basically them being here would give me the ability to do uninterrupted housework. But if that's something that you need, then that's very important to ask if they're willing to do that. Question number 4 is like a star, like a bonus, like very important. Question number 4 is, how do they view discipline? How do they discipline children, especially if you're dealing with a toddler or a child who's in a time where they're kind of starting to test the limits and overstep boundaries to see what happens. Because you want to know if discipline to them is hitting a child, popping them or whatever, or yelling. You don't want that for your child, obviously. If you wouldn't discipline your child that way, you sure as hell don't want anybody else to discipline your child that way. You want to make sure that they have the same views as you on discipline, and that they will take your orders as far as what you tell them to do when your child steps out of line or is disrespectful or anything of that sort. Number 5, you want to ask the caregiver if they're willing to meet your expectations. And when I say that, I mean as far as will they text you updates on what your child is doing or how they're eating, do they take a nap, are they willing to follow your child's routine, if they nap at a certain time, eat at a certain time, or if they have appointments or lessons or something like that, are they willing to follow that routine? You're also going to want to make sure that they are willing and able to prepare your child's food and feed them if they're still young enough to be fed. And that's something that, that's my biggest worry. Even when I leave Makai with my family, the first thing I ask when I pick him up is, how did he eat? What did he eat? How often? Because I don't know, I'm like an old black grandma. Like, I need to know, did you feed my kid? Did you feed my baby? Number 6, you're going to want to ask the caregiver why. Why did you choose childcare as your line of work? It's very important because you want to hear something that's heartfelt, that's true to them, and that's where you kind of fill out the vibe, is to see if they're doing this for money, because it's good money, or if they truly have a passion for children. This is kind of under the category of why, but you're also going to ask them what are their pet peeves as far as children go. Because if you see them say, this just makes me tick, then ooh, X that one out, honey, because they have no patience. And if they start to get irritated when they talk about pet peeves of children, then you obviously know that that's a red flag going up. Number 7 is very important to me, being that I work from home a lot of the time as a graphic designer and obviously editing and creating YouTube videos. If I'm working from home, are you gonna be able to keep my son happily occupied without needing me? Because my son wants to climb up in my lap while I'm editing. He wants me to chase him and me to crawl on the floor with him and play with him and read books to him, which I obviously take breaks and do that, but he wants constant attention from me, not just from anybody, from me. So are you gonna be able to keep him happily occupied while I'm doing what I gotta do? These next 3 questions, 8, 9, and 10, are questions that you need to ask yourself. Number 8, when I had the consultation with my WOOSAH, I did take Makai. That way I can see how the potential caregiver interacts with him and to see if Kai likes him. Because if a baby don't like you, then nobody should like you. You are pure evil. Everybody knows that. If dogs and babies don't like you, something wrong with you. That's a fact, proven, scientific, all that. Question number 9. Did the caregiver feel comfortable holding and talking to your child? If the caregiver seemed a little weird, a little off, or anything like that towards your child, then obviously that's not going to be a great fit for you. So that's something to kind of read and you be the judge of. Finally, number 10, this is a no-brainer. Will you feel comfortable leaving your child with this person after meeting them? When I went into that second consultation, I met with 2 wonderful women who both fit what I need and what I want, and I think would be great fit for Kai. So I'm really excited because I did choose a caregiver. Now the process begins. Hopefully by next week, I will have her here to assist me in being able to do the things I need to do, and even just getting some me time to put a mask on this face, because this skin, honey, I know it look good because the ring light, but it's not popping under this makeup, and when you turn this light off, I gotta get it right. Okay, you can go and check out the website mywoosah.com. They also have an app which makes everything easy, and I thought that was totally cool because you can chat and communicate with your caregiver on the app, create an entire profile for your child as far as their needs, what they eat, what they don't eat, everything that you want them to know about your child, the caregiver, you can put on the app for your child's profile. And I think that's really cool. That way there's no way they can say, well, I didn't know. Nope, it's right here on the app, hunty. But I have no worries, because obviously if I felt that way, I would not be trusting to leave my child with this person. I'm very excited. I think I'm gonna be able to get a lot of things done. It's gonna bring me some peace, and I'm gonna be able to put some time back into me, which I haven't been able to do for a while. And as mothers, we should never feel guilty for that, because we are still individuals. We are mothers, we may be wives, we take on the world every day. Girls, we run this mother. As mothers, and we tend to lose ourselves in motherhood. And you're not just a mother, it's a huge part of who you are, but you cannot still forget who you are. I'm Christian Ray, aka Chrissy Ray. I can't forget about that. So my woosah is really helping me get back to me and even progress in some other areas like YouTube and my business. So I really look forward to this partnership, and I look forward to sharing my experience with them for you guys, so that you maybe can take advantage of this. And I actually have a little surprise for you mothers out there, and papas too. In case you do decide to take advantage of this, I'm offering you guys a code. It's Chris15, and it's gonna give you 15% off of your first month payment, whether you choose the caregiving service, the home management, or the car ride service. So definitely make sure you check out the website. It's www.mywoosah.com. I don't even know why I said www, because we all know it's www. Like, mywoosah.com. Check it out. Download the app on Android or iOS. Thank you guys. Till next time. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. You wanna be in the thumbnail? Yeah. Thumbnail. Say what's going on. What's going on? You getting a babysitter? Oh, you getting a nanny? Kyle, look at the camera.